Hello, welcome to Artisan. My name is China, and today I wanted to talk to you about the top 8 reasons why you shouldn't start being creative. Now, I'm kind of saying that as a bit of an ironic statement because really everybody should be creative. The reason why I want to talk about this is because everybody seems to have this self limiting belief that they can't be creative, they don't deserve to draw, or they just don't have a creative bone in their body. So I asked my students from my regular classes, who were all beginners within the last year or maybe 2 years maximum, but what sort of advice would they give somebody who wanted to start being creative? So I want to run through some of these ideas with you and see if any of them kind of stick in your brain and make you think, oh, yeah, that's me. So let's run through them. The first piece of advice that they told me was be patient. You will see results. This is a really important one because I think we kind of expect ourselves to be experts, but we haven't picked up a pencil in years. So having patience is actually really key to becoming a better artist. So have patience with yourself and just give yourself a break, but improvements will happen. They promise you that. I promise you that as well. Number 2, the second piece of advice was to try and do the drawing again. If you find at the first drawing that there's a bit of a hurdle, or maybe you've drawn it and you think, I could really improve this. What happens if you draw it again? Well, only good things really, because you're able to see what you've done slightly wrong before and you're able to have a second chance at it. So repetition is key for practicing to become a slightly better artist. Don't be afraid to repeat something. I think that's really good advice, actually. Tip number 3 is keep it simple. So this one is great because I think when we start a new hobby, we kind of decide that we're going to spend loads of money on equipment, but we don't know what it does. So keep things simple. In my class, we only use a 2B and an 8B pencil. And your paper, I say make sure it's as good as printing paper. So if you have that at home, then you're already set to go. But definitely keep it simple. Don't go and spend loads of money on fancy equipment because chances are you may not need it and you've just wasted loads of money. You just need the bare minimum to get started and you can always improve from there. So keep it nice and simple. Okay, number 4. This is really good. I think all of them are really good, but this one in particular is really nice. You don't know what you're capable of. So this is part of that self-limiting belief that I spoke about. We think that we're going to be terrible and we can't draw and all these things that, I mentioned at the beginning, and maybe what you're feeling as well. But if you keep it really simple, give it a go, take away all expectations, then what's the worst that can happen? You have no idea how it's going to turn out. You've already told yourself it's an absolute write-off. But give it a try and just see. You might even surprise yourself. Number 5, practice in your own time. I'm really glad one of the students said this because you will definitely see progression. Practice is key, and you might be doing an hour a week, which is great. That's obviously going to add to the skill set. But if you're able to practice without a tutor, without me, without whoever you've got, then all you're doing is just making sure that you remember and you've learned what they've taught you. So practicing in between lessons is really good to improve much quicker. Number 6, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I love this one because I'm a true believer in life and in drawing that we all learn from our mistakes. So making them isn't a bad thing. Making them is actually really good because then you're able to see where it went wrong. I do this all the time actually. In my own drawing, in my own work, I'm like, right, made a mistake. Okay, great. I'm not going to make that again. So if you make mistakes, this is good. This is really good. If you can't see the mistake, that's when I need to worry. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Number 7, don't be afraid to do the stuff that you don't enjoy. This one really made me laugh because I think I'm probably guilty of this one. If I don't enjoy it, I'm like, nah. But, as an art teacher, I kind of have to show people different things. And you can learn so much from from doing different things. You know, maybe you enjoy line drawing and you hate shading, but actually you're going to learn something from shading or from doing that piece. So don't be afraid to try something different, and you're always going to learn. So push your own boundaries, push your limits, and see how that can improve the stuff that you really do enjoy. Finally, number 8, and this is probably the most important one, is nobody is born a perfect artist and nobody knows exactly what to do. The whole point is enjoying the journey, and this is what I talk about so much with my classes is, you know, it's about enjoying the process and just having fun, zoning out, really kind of just getting into that mindset, because we all have busy lives and it's super important that we take time out for ourselves. So enjoy the process. Just try to relax and just remember you weren't born an expert. You're going to have so much more fun because you have such a long way to go. And imagine seeing your artwork in a year's time because you've practiced once, twice, 3 times a week. That progression is so rewarding. So hopefully that was a really good one for you too. So there we have it. The top 8 reasons why you should start being creative. Don't hold yourself back anymore. Pick up a pencil or a piece of charcoal, your brush, whatever it is that you want to get involved in, and just see what happens. The worst that can happen is you don't like it and you start again. Or you decide, you know what, I need lessons. In which case, great, take some lessons online, come and find me, come and find our group. But whatever it is, just get started. So I hope that was useful. Think about what applies to you, what you've thought about before. And hopefully this was inspiring enough for you to start your own creative journey. My name was China. Do all those things that these YouTubers say: subscribe, follow the website, Instagram, and check out our top tips and see how we can help you become a better artist. Thanks so much and enjoy the rest of your day.